you guys for all your emails. I do appreciate them. I have topics for the whole lifetime of this channel, possibly, already. And I did want to start with something light. In all honesty, I wanted to start with the topic of loss, but I'm like, no, that's not light. Let's introduce it a little bit, let's take it day by day and step by step, and let's dissect things, and let's bring everybody into the present moment so that they can be with me here and talk to me here. I thought the best way to start this would be a little bit of talking about how to keep grounded, or how to keep present, how not to feed stressful situations when they appear, instead just stepping back and trying to keep cool, trying to keep calm and trying to keep present. You have those people in your lifetime, right? You're coming across some people that mean something. They tell you that's something that means a lot to you. For me, it was the teacher back home in college. Let's just say we learned a lot, right? From the way she put things, her perspective on things. She said, does either of you keep their eyes up when you're walking down the street? You've been coming to the school for years now. I think you're able to tell if there's any holes in the ground or something, because I bet while you're coming to school, you're looking down like this as you're walking. So how about you start looking up? See if you see something new. And, when you're 18 and you're like, what do you know? What are you telling us? We're stupid, we can't see me. I took it as a challenge. So the next day, she was right. I knew the road. I knew it by heart. I knew every freaking brick on my way to school, right? So I started looking up, and I see these amazing statues. The architecture on our way to school was beautiful. So I'm like, whoa. It was like a whole different world. It's a way of using your senses, and then as you expand, your senses start to expand on their own, basically. But we need to learn to use them to stay present, because we were born with these senses. We just forget to use them. I mean, why were we born with them, if not to use them, right? So it's a matter of practicing them, bringing them back to life, basically. And they will help us stay tuned, stay in presence, stay grounded, stay whichever way you want to call it, but face difficult situations, basically. You okay there, buddy? So after that, she gave us this amazing exercise that opened my eyes to a whole different kind of viewing things, perceiving things, sensing things, right? So she told us, and if you're driving, if you're doing something that is requiring your attention, don't do this. Press pause, come back to the situation, and try to do it afterwards when you have a little bit of time. I want you to close your eyes. All right, open them. For the ones that didn't close your eyes, I'll talk to you after this. For the ones that did, I'm so curious as to where you went. Like for me, when I did that the first time, I was like, all right, my eyes are shut. What do I do now? I was kind of waiting on instructions. And then after a few good minutes, I only gave you like, a minute and a half or something. She was like, I hope to God you were able to detach from your thoughts. because that was the point of this exercise, basically, to pay attention to everything else but your mind. And then she named us, and she's like, what did you hear? I'm like, well, there was some birds. I thought I heard some birds. I think at some point there was a train in the background, but I was trying so hard because I didn't pay attention. I was anticipating with my mind what the hell she wants from us. Like, I was like, So I hope you didn't do that. If you did, it's okay. I'm not gonna grade you on that. We weren't graded either. You can rewatch this. You can do this all on your own. You don't need to rewatch this video. It's just a matter of trying to get you in the present with your eyes shut, because the eyes can be a big distraction. Like, I'm curious about the ones that did close their eyes and heard the sounds that I was making, what they think those sounds were. For the ones with their eyes open, you know what those sounds were because you were watching me, okay? Eventually, you'll get to the point where maybe you'll want to try opening up your eyes. That'll be a little more challenging in terms of staying in the present, because the eyes have kind of a limited perspective. I feel like the hearing and the feeling and the smell and the everything are not as explored as they should be every day, so they're more out there when the eyes are shut. The eyes are kind of limiting us, especially at the beginning when we're starting to do this kind of exercising or staying in the present, because we've been used to seeing certain things during our lives, right? So we're used to using our eyes in certain ways. But as your senses get more and more developed or more and more rediscovered, your eyes are going to start to see things. You'd be amazed. You're going to have that pilot vision, that submarine vision, that dog vision, whatever you want to call it. Any kind of vision you want. But it's a matter of practice. So if you do this every day for like a minute, 2 minutes, where you just close your eyes and you're just there. You're just there with what's happening. And you listen. First of all, you start feeling your reactions to what you're hearing. You smell. You can even touch around you to see what, unless, there's spiders around there. I wouldn't do that. That's just me. But anyways, you know what I mean. Start working on those senses, because the more you work on them, the more they'll help you to get right back into the present moment, to be there in a split second. And you may need that. There are times in your life where, especially when you start observing how crazy you're going to get in your thoughts, that's the time where you're like, hold on, I know how to do this one thing. Standing back from the mind, from the thoughts, and bringing you back into the present moment. As I began to realize that there's so many things to feel, to see, to smell, to where all of our senses are involved, I got more and more into the present. And I started seeing that stressing about things is pointless. There's nothing you can do to change it. All you can do is be present with it. That's all. Anything that comes your way, So hopefully this helps you guys finding that balance, finding that present moment where things can start from here on out, instead of anticipating what's going to happen, thinking about the past, going over all sorts of things and for nothing, because you're actually here and you're missing the moment. You're missing the here, everything that's going on, that's happening around you. And that's your life, basically, right in front of you. And we're missing it a lot of the times because we're worried about everything else but this. Try to do as much as you can from that exercise, and you don't have to do it every day. It's not like, well, it could be a homework assignment. Why not? You got homework. Do that for 1 minute every day. Actually, yeah, and see what happens. Okay? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes every day of that, where you close your eyes. No phone, no nothing, no distractions, no nothing. Just you and you. Even if you're inside your home, outside would be even more recommended. That's your homework. You go do that homework. And if not, if you choose not to do the homework, do it as much as you can. Do not try to do it. Do not try to remember when you're in that already. It's a little too late. You need to work that muscle. You need to work those muscles of the senses, basically, to bring them back, to bring you back. So, see you guys next time.